Hi, my name is Greg Richards, and I'm a graduate student here at Ryerson University in the Civil Engineering Department, and I'll be demonstrating the mix procedure that we'll be using for Portland cement, that you'll be using for the lab to do normal consistency and setting time. What you'll need for this lab is a variable speed mixer. You're going to need water, which I have in the mixing bowl here, the prescribed amount, 650 grams of Portland cement. In this case, I'm using type 10 GU, but make sure from your GA what type of cement you will be using in the lab. I have a spatula, the mixing paddle, and as well as a timer. I will now place the bowl with the mixing water inside of the variable speed mixer, making sure that I push it and lock it into place and close the safety straps. I will then install the paddle into the locked position, and then I will start adding the Portland cement to the water. When I do this, I will immediately start my time and let this rest for 30 seconds after they've been combined. Once they've been combined for 30 seconds, I will start the mixer on speed number 1 and mix for 30 seconds. Lifting the bowl into place and begin mixing. After 30 seconds, I will stop the mixer, and for 15 seconds, I will use a spatula to clean any of the cement paste that is built up on the sides of the bowl. So I lower the bowl, wait for the paddle to stop, and scrape down the sides. I will then increase the speed to speed number 2, lift the bowl, and begin mixing for 1 minute. After this minute, the mixing procedure will be complete, and you can move on to the next lab procedure for normal consistency and setting time. The cement has now been mixed, and you can move on to the next lab procedure. With the cement paste mix, I will now demonstrate the procedure for the determination of the normal consistency of Portland cement. I grab my sample from the bowl into a ball in my hand. I'm going to toss it back and forth in my hand 6 times with a distance of about 150 millimeters apart. I will then grab the conical mold with the large end facing up, and I will feed the cement into the mold, making sure to fill the mold without trying to compress the sample and allow it to come through the bottom. The excess I will take off with one swipe of my palm, and then I will place it down onto the non-absorbent glass plate. The excess from the top I will remove with one stroke of the trowel, with the trowel at a slightly oblique angle. And then I can use up to 2 light strokes just to ensure that I have a flat surface but not compressing the sample. Now that I have the sample formed, I can put it into the VICAT apparatus, and I will center the mold underneath the VICAT needle. I can then, releasing the set screw, I can put the rod onto the surface so it is just touching the surface of the cement paste and relock the set screw. I then need to adjust the penetration gauge to read at the 0 point. Now that I have it in place, I can set my timer and allow it to bear onto the sample for 30 seconds. Now that the 30 seconds is complete, I retighten the set screw, and I can determine what the penetration value is for this water content. I will repeat this procedure several times, increasing the water content each time with fresh cement paste. I will plot all of this data on a chart where the penetration values are on the x-axis and the water content is on the y-axis. In order to determine normal consistency, I need to determine at which water content this rod penetrates the sample 10 millimeters after 30 seconds of bearing. So from the chart, I read up from the 10 millimeter point and determine the water content for normal consistency.